thing. There's a very common myth enshrined in the movies. In fact, there's a movie called Lucy, which is based on the idea that we only lose 10% of our brain power. That's actually not right. In fact, some scientists have tried to track down where that piece of misinformation first came from, and apparently it came from a comic book. I remember reading the comic books in the old days where they would have a page of facts. A lot of the facts, of course, were probably incorrect or misinterpreted, but one of the facts in this comic book was that we only use 10% of our brain. Actually, with brain scans, we can measure the neural activity of the brain, and we find that the conscious brain is actually rather small, probably less than 10%. Most of the brain is unconscious because it has to regulate breathing, heart rate, sensations. Most of the time, you're not even aware of what your brain is doing. So, yes, we use all of our brain, but the conscious brain is actually in the prefrontal cortex right behind your forehead, and that is where your conscious brain is located, and only a tiny fraction of your brain power goes into the conscious brain. Now, of course, you're asking a different question, and that's the question of enhancement. Well, our brain is not a computer. A computer has, of course, software. It has a Pentium chip. It has Microsoft Word, operating systems from Microsoft or whatever. No, our human brain has none of those things. There's no CPU, there's no Pentium chip, there's no Windows software at all. Our brain is a learning machine. It rewires itself after learning every task, while your laptop today is just as stupid as it was yesterday. Your laptop never learns because it is what is called a Turing machine, that is, a glorified adding machine. So enhancement is possible.